members. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys having a wonderful, blessing day. A little tired. Excuse me. So I want to do something new. Not to waste my time talking about anything else about negativity stuff. I want to talk about something new. I print those records today from the storm. The records are right there from the storm. But now for this year, I don't know. I gotta look into more records. We'll collect some more information. You know, it's about keep track of the storm's heading. Like I just don't like when people are wrong, making issues. I just want to do something else. Like keep track of more stuff. But it's a lot of hassle. Like I wish I make some more new stuff, something new. Not waste my time on stuff. But I know you guys are think I'm visible, but it's just the way my glitches on my YouTube channel is. Come on, you piece of shit. Don't waste my time, phone. Okay, good. It's working good for right now. Alright, guys. This is from a long time ago, but from this year. So this is NASA's records here. But I'm just printing for a reason. Come on, you piece of shit. But here we go. Here's the records about the storm. So I'll read it to you guys about this little monster storm we had this year. Okay. Are we doing good? Alright, we got one person I can't see because one light's out of the way. This record is from NASA's observatory. Because I print this out about the records. So these are the records, so okay. Here it is. Here's the record here. 2 records. So here we are. This from this year since the great snowstorm of 2026 broke the record set by blizzard of 1978 in Dayton, Ohio by Mike Fraser. Published on January 26, 2026 at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The massive snowstorm that hit southwest Ohio, this weekend occurred 48th anniversary of the blizzard of 1978, and it broke its record. The National Weather Service says 12 inches of snowfall on Sunday, January 2026. At the Dayton International Airport, that beats the previous record of the most snow in a single 24-hour period. The old record was set by a blizzard of 1978 at 12 inches. So those are the records right here, my friend. So those are the records here. I know I'm not good at reading. So it tells you about everything. Here's the information. Right there. But I don't know why. Sometimes I don't print right. Leave this for the back. So that's your information here. and that broke its record. It's kind of crazy, isn't it, folks? Here it is. Look at this. Kind of crazy, right? I'm not gonna be able to read that, but should have stapled the other side. It's kind of crazy to see, but here's the satellite images. I see. Let me put you guys down. Here it is. I found it. Here's that snowstorm right there we see from NASA's records. Well, that's from a long time ago, but it looks like this. But look at all this. That's Southeast Virginia here. Isn't that crazy, folks? That's their records. So that's from 1869 began. That's kind of crazy. 26.9 inches. Jesus. That's hackers on the comments below. Don't worry about it. That's like a kilometer away. But I'm a little concerned about the weather. It's growing again this week, coming up this weekend. Yep, that's a hacker. There we go. That should do it. So those are the records, you guys. So I just print these today just to collect them, you know. Nah, weather stuff. I'm 24 years old. I do stuff by myself, you know. But I'm just doing my own stuff, usually. But those are the records. The storm records. Back in history. I'm telling you guys, the snowstorms way 10 times worse back in years ago. But I was born in 2001, but you gotta read online about the history. Holy hell. But I don't have to say about it, but I feel bad for the people out there going through this stuff. Sorry about that, guys. My phone just glitched a little bit. So you guys, you gotta be really careful about the weather stuff. People make the wrong mistakes about the weather or its heading direction. You know how many inches? You know, you got to look at carefully where it's heading. You know, from the city to a county, from state to state. You know, how many inches of snow? You know, if you want to become a weather predictor, you gotta predict carefully where it's heading. You know, the power didn't go out. You know, people are wrong. You know, sometimes people jump to conclusions. You know, that's their concerns, which is understandable. Be concerned about it, but you just gotta keep eye on the models carefully. That way, you could say, "Oh, we're getting like 3 inches of snow. You don't know, you know. If you're watching the weather news over the years, and make sure you be careful. Okay? People lie, man. People could be right or wrong. I hate tiredness. But just understand, people are wrong sometimes. Alright? You just gotta understand this. Look at your weather carefully. Look at the forecast. And look on NASA's website. See what the storm is growing into. And that way you can predict. You know, you gotta have internet for that, though. Alright? Alright, guys. Have a good night. And I'll see you maybe next time. Thanks for watching. Good night, people. I'm tired.